Jurty Teresa Kori née Radnitz, August 15, 1896 to October 26, 1957, was a Jewish Austrian-American biochemist who became the third woman—and first American woman—to win a Nobel Prize in Science, and the first woman to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, in 1947, for her role in the discovery of glycogen metabolism. Kori was born in Prague, then in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, now the Czech Republic. Jurty was not a nickname, but rather she was named after an Austrian warship. Growing up at a time when women were marginalized in science and allowed few educational opportunities, she gained admittance to medical school, where she met her future husband Karl Ferdinand Kori. Upon their graduation in 1920, they married. Because of deteriorating conditions in Europe, the couple emigrated to the United States in 1922. Jurty Kori continued her early interest in medical research, collaborating in the laboratory with Karl. She published research findings co-authored with her husband, as well as publishing singly. Unlike her husband, she had difficulty securing research positions, and the ones she obtained provided meager pay. Her husband insisted on continuing their collaboration, though he was discouraged from doing so by the institutions that employed him. With her husband Karl and Argentine physiologist Bernardo Haussé, Jurty Kori received the Nobel Prize in 1947 for the discovery of the mechanism by which glycogen—a derivative of glucose—is broken down in muscle tissue into lactic acid and then resynthesized in the body and stored as a source of energy, known as the Kori cycle. They also identified the important catalyzing compound, the Kori ester. In 2004, both Jurty and Karl Kori were designated a National Historic Chemical Landmark in recognition of their work in clarifying carbohydrate metabolism. In 1957, Jurty Kori died after a 10-year struggle with myelosclerosis.
On August 15, 1896, Jurty Teresa Radnitz was born to Otto and Martha Radnitz, a Jewish family in Prague, Czech Republic. Otto Radnitz was a chemist who became a manager of a sugar refinery after inventing a successful method for refining sugar. Martha Radnitz was a very sophisticated woman. Martha educated Jurty until the age of 10. Then she was enrolled into the Lyceum for Girls. She became interested in science and mathematics and entered the Agymnasium and graduated in 1914. Her uncle was a professor of pediatrics who encouraged her to join the Karl Ferdinand University at Prague. There she met Karl Kori, who she immediately connected with through their love of science and mountain climbing. Before they married, they moved to Vienna, Austria, where Jurty worked at the Carolinen Children's Hospital for 2 years. At this time, Karl had been drafted for the Austrian army during World War I. Once Karl returned, Jurty converted to Catholicism so they could marry in a Roman Catholic church, and did once graduating in 1920. In 1922, the Koris moved to the U.S., first Karl and then 6 months later Jurty. They left Austria mainly because of the spreading of anti-Semitism. They became U.S. citizens in 1928, and in that time they had a son named Thomas. They both began working at Roswell, where they were discouraged from working together, but continued to do so anyway. They studied carbohydrate metabolism, but were particularly interested in how glucose is metabolized in the human body and the hormones that regulate this process. In 1929, they created a theoretical cycle called the Kori cycle that later won them the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine in 1947. After it was published, they received many job offers. During one of her interviews, Jurty was told that it was un-American for a married couple to work together. In 1931, the Koris moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where Karl Kori was offered a research position at Washington University School of Medicine. Jurty was only offered a position as the research associate, but took it because she was warned she might harm her husband's career. In 1943, she was made Associate Professor of Research Biological Chemistry and Pharmacology and she was later promoted to full professor, which she kept until her death on October 26, 1957. She fought a rare blood disease called myelofibrosis. Gertie Corey won numerous awards, including honorary degrees from over 5 different universities. She won the Garvin Medal for American Chemical Society for Women in Chemistry in 1948, the Sugar Research Prize for National Academy of Sciences in 1950, and shared the Nobel Prize with her husband Carl and fellow partner Bernardo Alberto Jose. Gertie Corey found what she had set out to discover and was a very successful woman. She had family surrounding her that encouraged her passion and helped pursue it.